Hello, welcome, Patch. I'm your host, Paul James, and today I'm joined by Matto Phillips and Kirby.
Ugh. Hey, no, he's drunk on happiness.
Oh, good. It's patched updates time. We talk about all the games we've been playing over the course of the last few weeks and months. Who wants to get the ball rolling? Damo, tell me you've been playing something involving Kirby.
No, I haven't. Why would I do that?
Oh.
Kirby's too cool to play.
Did you
I
use
did-
that
I
amiibo
did
in a
think
game?
No, I just
Oh.
thought it'd be nice to have something gaming related outside of my amazing jersey. No, it was all quiet, even though we're in lockdown because of the Rona.
Izzo.
Izzo. Yeah, I haven't been playing much, but I have played a shitload of The Witcher
Fire Emblem.
3.
Oh.
And
Better
Fire
Zelda.
Emblem. So I've
Good
been
Zelda.
actually
Good Zelda. What Zelda should have been.
Good Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, so I figured out Gwent thanks to nobody.
Good,
Thank
because
you.
Gwent's amazing.
Yep. Oh, not the
Well-
mobile version. The mobile version's terrible.
No, I mean the one in The Witcher. No, definitely,
Oh, one
definitely
of
not
the
going to talk about
witches.
the 80.
Oof.
S
But
tier.
yeah, no,
even.
don't know. Gwent was awesome. I was like, oh, so that's what you're supposed to do. Buy cards. Like, go to
Buy
every
cards,
merchant.
win cards.
Yeah, go to every merchant possible. Play them.
Gwent.
Buy the cards off them. Makes everything
Checks
a
out.
billion times easier.
All for one.
And then you can
orange.
just set the difficulty to easy, which was great news. Because then you actually win a couple of matches, and then you increase the difficulty. When it's like the first turn they use every single one of their cards. You're like, I'm gonna win the next 2 rounds. That's cool though.
Yeah, I'll just sacrifice this loss. Yeah, I mean, there's that strategic loss that's super important with Gwent.
Yeah, I mean spies are like broken.
Yeah,
It's like, hey, card draw, the only card draw in the game. I'm just gonna draw 30 cards versus your
draw
one.
4.
But no, so yeah, it's been going really good. I followed a firefly somewhere. Like I'm at the end of the game.
Oh, yeah,
for
right,
people
okay.
that I think I'm in the Misty
I
Isles.
was about to ask, did you actually
Misty
play The
Isles,
Witcher
yes.
or did you just play Gwent the whole time? But
I did play a lot of Gwent. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
it's
No, but,
almost
like,
the best
it's-
part of the game, and that's saying something.
It's kind of. See, the problem is everybody's like, not that everybody says it's the best game ever, but to me, it's unfortunate that I've played it now versus playing it when it came out, because I now see the games that have come out and taking inspiration from it and made the elements of that game better. Like the
Yeah, okay.
combat system's good, but the camera work
Yes.
needs a lot of fucking improvement.
Yeah, okay.
Flaw. It's like, hey, you're gonna lock onto that enemy that you can't see, and so now you can't jump, even though you don't want to engage in that enemy. It's engaged on you, and it's like, I'll
pay that.
And then it's there's other things that happen, and nothing that like breaks the game. But then you look at something like God of War, and they obviously tuned up a lot of things that they'd seen from The Witcher and gone, I'd do that a little bit better. Not saying that what The Witcher did was bad. I'm just saying that it's just not as good as I've seen now.
Yeah, I
And
follow you.
that's-
No, I mean,
that's
that's what happens with time.
Yeah, that's okay. Like, geez. The other thing is like, I've played it at the wrong time because they've patched a lot of things, so I can't XP grind.
Wait, that's right.
And
You're
all
playing
I-
on the Switch, aren't you?
Hell
No,
no, I'm playing on
No.
the PS4.
Oh, okay. For some reason, oh no, actually, yeah, sorry, yeah, because I've seen
That was
you playing. it.
Doom. That
Right,
was
it was
Doom
Doom,
on the
yeah.
Switch.
Yeah, Portable Doom. Who doesn't like Portable Doom? But yeah, so
Bethesda.
you can't XP grind at the moment. So that sucks because like I just want to get to level 29 to get like, I think it's superior after enhanced. Yes, it's superior armor.
Yeah, yeah, if I remember.
Because like I liked it, but that's the other thing. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, here's armor that you can craft, and it shits on anything else you'll find in the game. Have fun, like collecting items for no reason. There's a couple of things like that that are not upsetting or anything, but it's just like,
But also, if
I
you
could
find
probably-
that stuff, then you're doing all right. But if the I guess it depends on players' experiences. But you're going in with that luxury where people have found everything as well, which I assume helped you find some of that sort of stuff.
I don't know, man. I just explore everything.
Okay,
There's
maybe not.
if there's a question mark on my map, I go there, and then it's like, hey, you unlocked this mission. I'm like, okay. And I do that mission.
Find the red highlight. Done.
Yeah.
Ooh, see the red
So-
like, oh, that's interesting.
But
Now
I'm
you can finally
really.
talk about the frying pan mission. Finally.
I don't even remember the frying pan mission.
Ah,
I must have done
I'll
it.
do this
I
off
just
camera.
don't.
It's just all
don't
about a frying
remember
pan.
I've,
All it is.
I can't put my finger on it. I think I've done it, and no idea. But like, yeah, the kicker was like, I didn't get to do the assassination mission, which I was shattered about. I was like, oh, and
Assassin?
I can't get the achievement for bringing all the yeah. Apparently, you can assassinate the king. That
as in the
takes
Baron.
over. No, Valen, the king of
Oh.
Novigrad.
Series dad.
No, he's the. Wait,
Well, yeah, I don't know. What Baron?
there's
Oh,
so there's
that's-
the
I
guy,
thought he-
the witch,
I thought he meant
the witch
Baron.
hunters, king, the guy that's in
Baron.
charge of the witch hunters.
Oh,
you
the
do
red
you do a
Yeah,
couple
I
of
vaguely
missions
remember.
for him.
Yeah.
He's a part of like the 3 gangs. Yeah, apparently after Trish leaves, you can talk to the guy that runs the underworld, and he's like, I want to assassinate somebody, and you're like, okay, yeah. But if you've used violence against another character somewhere along the line, the mission just never comes up. And I was like,
Yeah, okay.
fuck. And then I also killed somebody, so I don't get the achievement for bringing all the allies to the final battle. So that sucked.
Would you
It's
be
like-
tempted, given how in love with the game it seems like you are, and you're talking about achievements/trophies, which is not something I'm used to? Would you be at all tempted to go for the second round and go for a plat?
I don't think I could do a plat. I'll definitely play the DLCs.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I think after I
'Cause I
beat
think
the
you
game.
have to play it on hard. I think you have to up the difficulty to get the plat.
Well, there is a loophole in that system,
Oh yes.
because it says beat the game on the hardest difficulty or
So
second
you can
hardest
just do that with the
difficulty.
final mission, and that's it.
So you can go right to the very end, I'm guessing, press pause, increase your difficulty. The same as the Shadow Broker DLC. You could do the whole thing on easy, and then at the very end just change it to maximum difficulty. And it was like, all right, well, I've done everything else. What was the,
Saves come
I
with
don't
it.
know.
I didn't realise.
I've just read the achievement. It didn't say play the whole. It just said beat it. Didn't say not changing. There was no. I don't know. Maybe they patched it. Maybe they haven't. Who knows? But
The
could be worth a
perks.
shot.
Patch
You
the
and
perks.
patch the perks, yeah.
Yeah, patch the
I'm
perks.
kind of tempted to go back now, thanks to this. I don't have time.
Yeah, I
though.
mean, and
Oh,
that's the
no.
other problem. Like
I did one of those saves before the last battle, so
Yeah,
I could go back and do it. But then I remembered I'm on Xbox, so it doesn't really matter.
and you don't really care about achievements.
Nah.
screw
Hey,
platinum.
I have one platinum. I got 2.
What'd you get it for? Telltale Games?
Yeah, Borderlands
Okay,
and Spider-Man.
that's a good plat. Well, it's an easy plat, but it's a good
Spider-Man.
plat.
Just not the
And
new
yeah.
Games Plus thing, though. That can go to hell.
No, I wasn't going for that.
Yeah.
And the
So-
DLC, because I don't want to go anywhere near that bitch. What's her name again?
I've done that.
The
Screwball.
I did
Twitch
first go.
screwball, the Twitch.
Be a
shithead.
pro. Do it first
That's the
go.
one. Yeah, no, don't want to borrow it. She sucks. What else have you been playing, Damo?
And just Demon X Machina. So, or Damon X Machina, or Damien X Machina. However they want to market it to me.
Damien makes a marketer.
They sold it. It's confusing. I still don't get what I'm doing exactly. But I love it. I keep
Did what you want?
customizing my robot to, look cool and do things, and yeah, it is repetitive, but it's okay because I don't think it's one of those games that you should have just sat there and plowed out unless you were running it like Borderlands and playing the co-op with 4 of your mates or 3
Okay,
of
so
your
you can
2
play
of
with
your
mates. I
mates.
forgot about that.
Yeah, so unless you're doing that, then yeah, it is one of those games that I've had enough of this. Jump onto something else, and say,
Yeah.
oh, and not only that, but I brought Mega Man X collection or Legacy or whatever, Legacy collection
Yeah.
ages ago. I picked up X and I went, oh, awesome. This will obviously have like a save state feature.
Does it?
Nah. So I'm having a lot of fun replaying the same level again and again and again.
I mean, that's
It's
Mega
great.
Man for you.
It is, and I never knew that because I've always just played it through emulation, so I've always had a save state. Oh, and I played a bit of Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Good boy.
and
Not-
it's
not that I'm even close to
fantastic
done.
and terrible at the same time.
Oh, hang on. We need to discuss this a little bit because I can just cross this
Fight.
off my list at the same time.
Fight,
tell me
fight,
what
fight,
makes it
fight,
terrible.
fight.
No. I'm not necessarily.
Some of the combat's a bit weird. Like a flying enemy will just like, oh, what, you're trying to hit me? Oh, okay, you're trying to hit me? Oh, see you later. Oh, you're like,
Damn it, his screen
What-
froze
what's-
just when he was trying to prove a point.
what's the
What did
point?
Kirby do?
maybe that was the whole plan the whole time.
It's,
Just,
it's,
"What hit
it's
me?"
like you'll be like,
Glitches
hey,
the game,
it's like I'm flying. It's like, huh, oh, no, just you're gonna hit me? No.
Yeah, but that's why you change
Oh,
over
so
to
it's-
Barrett because he's got a gun
Just
for
like the
an arm.
Magic Dragon.
Not when you don't have Barrett. When you're playing with Tifa and Cloud at the very beginning, it's
Yeah.
bloody stupid. And it's like,
So it's like the Magic
But-
Dragon in South
and-
Park.
and it's like that extra character, one of the soldiers. It's like, oh yeah, the soldiers never got brought up in the original 7. Why are we adding them now?
Oh,
This
that
confuses.
that
This
Roche
confuses
guy?
an Roach.
Yeah.
Roachy.
No, you're getting your
Roche.
games mixed up. There's Roche and then there's Roach, which is
Vernon Roach.
Roach.
Roach,
Come
the
here, Roach.
horse,
I'm gonna
then
Roach.
Vernon Roche, and then
Vernon
Roche
Roche.
in Final Fantasy VII.
Rorschach.
But I
Ferrero.
hate that guy.
So
Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, it's just a bit weird, and it's not that it hurts the game or anything, but it's just like it's so hard to play a remake of a game and then go, well, why did you change that? Why'd you add this? But it's just things that I just kind of accept. It's like, well, I guess this is just kind of a new experience that I have to adapt to, and I really hope if they ever do another remake, like let's just say, Paul, for shits and giggles, they do 9. Okay, let's just say they do 9.
And throw it in the
I
bin.
think
All right, I get
9 out of all the Final Fantasies
Is
was
the best.
set up almost perfectly.
Yes.
So they shouldn't change anything, add anything. It was pretty on point as a
Damo's
whole.
just being
as a
careful with his
whole
words
game.
to make sure I just don't kick him from the
Okay.
podcast.
I'm just trying to like not oversell it versus Final Fantasy VII, the clearly superior game. It's just if they did do 9, and I hope there's a part of me that actually kind of hopes they do. Just don't change anything.
Maybe in like
It-
2050 when they're finally done with Final Fantasy VII.
Maybe. All right, and that's everything I've played. That's the end of the podcast, Paul.
I wasn't going to rip you apart. Matto, talk about what you've been playing.
I played the old game, A Blast from the Past. I'm pretty sure we talked about a little bit of it in our last episode. It is Duke Nukem 3D.
I don't think we talked about Duke Nukem.
No, I was talking about the strip clubs where I just used to play as a kid. Just go to the strip clubs and
Oh,
just
yeah,
give
right.
the money. Yeah, it was $4 on Xbox on the. Yeah, so I thought
Not bad.
I'm buying it. Oh
Does it-
man,
Does it have the adult controls on so you can, still see the strippers, or are the strippers naked?
still feels like me like I was a kid. Just give them the money and they just.
So that answers your question there, Damo, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man,
Burbs.
I never realized how hard those levels are when you get no guidance whatsoever.
Oh yeah, no. It's
Because I was in a prison level. I was just roaming around doing it. Going, looked at the poster. I thought, oh, yeah, it's like Shawshank Redemption. Walked away. I was there for 20 minutes, still roaming around. I didn't know what to do. So I went on YouTube, as anyone does that gets lost. That poster, I said, oh, it looks like Shawshank Redemption. I actually had to go through the goddamn poster.
Just
Get
like
into the
Shawshank
sewers and that. I thought,
Nice.
oh, it's just like Shawshank Redemption. I
It
was
was so close.
It's like a
so close. I was this close.
It's like a puzzle game, yeah. Like Duke Nukem was always like a action. Well, Duke Nukem 3D became like a action shooting puzzle game.
Yeah.
It's like
I guess
that's
Doesn't
some
tell
ways.
you a damn thing.
And like some of the
bizarre.
old Dooms as well was a little bit like that. You know, to find find all the little secrets and then find the actual way to the exploits.
I did find the Doom guy in Duke Nukem 3D.
Good.
He was in there, dead as usual. Then played a bit of Red Dead 2 on the PC.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Need to get back to that.
yeah, you should. No, you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, it's absolutely on my plans. And friend of the show, fan of the show, 80. He tweeted out about the other day, like people talking about, oh, what are your 3 games sitting in your pile of shame that you really want to get back to? And myself,
3 games. I need
Matt
like an
Houston, there were a
extension
few
on that.
others that it was just 3 games in particular. Obviously, our piles of shame
Oh.
are far larger, but picking out 3. So, and Red Dead was one of mine. I need to get to that.
Yeah, it's really confusing with keyboards because the controls get really messed up. You ride your horse, and then all of a sudden you press a button, and it just goes backwards, and I don't know why. I just confused the hell out of me. Because I don't know how much. Yeah, that's what I should be playing it on.
Yeah,
Or-
can't you just
or one
plug
of
in your
these.
Xbox controller?
Yeah, you can. I just can't be bothered. I just thought, screw it. I'll just stick it out with the PC controls. But it might change. But yeah, it's Red Dead. What do you expect? Fishing, good stuff. Get on the fishing of Red Dead.
What is
I'll get onto
fishing in
another-
video games?
I'll get onto another fishing one as well. Don't
That's
you
actually the
worry
thing that's
about
interesting.
that.
Fishing in video games is great, but fishing video games are shit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a very
Fishing
good point. I think
simulator, big bass hunter. That was
Any
a big
of
one back
those
in the
actual
day.
dedicated fishing games, even when Square Enix put that Monsters of the Deep, the Final Fantasy 15 spin-off thing in VR where you'd catch fish, that was a steaming turd.
There's one on Games Pass. There's a fishing game on there, and I looked at it and went, nah, I don't want it. It just has rubbish written all over it.
Can't I
But
just make
if all of a sudden
Base
it's fishing
Hunter?
inside a game, it's great.
Play what, Beast Hunter?
Base hunter? Like instead of
base
looking for a bass, look for a base. Like boom, 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 boom. And that's what you do. Like you fish, and it's like, nah, too much treble. Nah, too much snare. Oh, there it is. Boom, 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 boom.
And also, I played one game of Warzone on the PS4.
What is
How'd that go?
Warzone?
Call of
Had no idea what I was doing and got shot, and that was the end of it. I was done.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a large.
Sounds
Yeah,
like an experience. It's Call of Duty.
I
It's a battle
was
royale.
just some other guys just following him, and then we went into a building and then got ambushed, and I just thought, nah, I can't do this anymore. One and done. And speaking of fishing,
Yeah, here we go. So another one I can cross off my list.
Animal Crossing New Horizon.
There we go.
Oh
Talk
man,
to me about it, because you hadn't played Animal Crossing at all before,
I
if I
have
remember.
not. No,
Yeah. So what are you thinking now that you're getting into Animal Crossing for the first time?
I like it. It's really weird. It's just the most relaxing game I've ever played.
Isn't it?
It's
It's the
just
best.
there is a goal to it, but you just don't care because you can go fishing, go digging,
Hang
turnips.
on, what's your
turnips,
goal? Because maybe it could differ to mine. What's your goal in Animal Crossing?
I've got no idea.
Oh, there you go. So you don't even have a goal. That's almost the best bit about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
all I care about is just making my garden look nice. That's all I care about.
Whereas I didn't really care too much about that. I kind of fast tracked myself thanks to ye old turnip exchange. I
All
made
the old turnips.
1.6 million bells yesterday selling all my turnips. Well, not even all my
Wow.
turnips. Actually, that was probably like a third of the turnips that I had. So, thank you,
Paul
internet.
getting greedy.
Thank you, internet. But it basically just allowed me to go, boom, like I'll pay off the debt for this home loan. Boom. Oh, wait, Tom Nook, you want me to upgrade and put a second story on? Great, I've already got the cash to pay. You want it now or do you want it tomorrow once you've built it? Just tell me. Yeah, just tell me, mate. It's all right.
Did you see that Elijah Wood visited a stranger?
Someone, yeah, I
it's
saw
the
that.
best.
Had an
but
absolute
then
good
he-
deal on turnips. He's just like, oh, I'll turn up.
But then he busts in. Did you see the other screenshots? So there was the one where he rocked up on someone's like there's the communications about him wanting to come in the island. Then there's the actual screenshot of him getting out of the airport where he has a little comment about Ryan Johnson, the guy who did Star Wars Last Jedi, like a
And
really
then Ray
positive one.
Johnson put it up as his background.
Oh, did he? I hadn't
Yeah,
seen
pretty
that.
sure he did.
I'll have to look into that in the meantime.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
layer I
pretty
didn't
sure
realise it
Ray
was there.
Johnson put whatever he said as his background on Twitter.
I'm going to keep looking for that in the meantime. So continue to talk about Animal Crossing. Holy shit, it does too. It says "Long live Ryan Johnson," and there it is. Sorry, listeners, you're not seeing it here. Oh,
there it is. A bit.
Long live Ryan Johnson.
Oh.
Thanks, Elijah Wood.
What
No
else
one ever
have I
hangs
got?
shit on The Last Jedi again. But anyway,
I will. I want to know about Ray's parents. How dare you?
we won't continue our pre-show conversation.
Nobody. Oh yeah, no, please, Matto, keep going.
About the Pirates of the Caribbean, that's better than those Star Wars things that
The
came
Car-
out.
The Caribbean.
The Caribbean, I should
Caribbean.
say. With Captain... No, let's
Captain
not get
Feathersword.
sidetracked. Captain Feathersword, as my auntie once called him.
Anyway, Animal Crossing. Continue.
We've got much more to add to it. It's just... Wish that
Dude.
stupid raccoon would piss off and leave me alone. Go do some work yourself, you lazy bastard.
Is
Oh,
that
hey,
Rossetti?
build this bridge for me. Why don't you bloody do it for once? Oh, hey, can you build a campfire for me? Oh, yeah, sure, no worries. Build
I
a
mean,
bridge
don't-
here. Here.
Oh, yeah.
I'll use my money to build the bridge for you, and you just go, right, done.
And then, hey, can you get all this shit so that I can upgrade my building? Like,
No, get
Bruh.
stuffed. Oh, hey, can you go build all this stuff for the new people to come to the island? Oh, I want that stuff. I want a table for my outside living area. I want a couch. And all this stuff. Like, no, I have to give it to the other people that want to come.
I earned the money and harvested all the trees and rocks to get all this stuff, and now you want me to spend it on randoms to come to my island? Hell with that. I'll take the deserted island, thanks.
That's how economies work. So,
You mentioned Rossetti. I have no idea if he's in it or not.
okay.
Mr.
Rossetti.
Rossetti used to be a thing back in the GameCube version, at least. That was the last time I played Animal Crossing, which was literally the first Animal Crossing. But if you
Dog.
incorrectly turned off your game, if you reset the console or something like that, he would pop up, like when you first return to the game again, he would pop up and crack the shits at you for incorrectly turning off the game.
You can see it in Smash. He was an assist trophy. He'd
Yeah.
get up and he'd block out the screen and be like blah 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 blah.
Get real angry at you.
Oh man, I felt super bad for Brian Altano. Actually, his Animal Crossing thing where he sent away a character by accident, and his daughter is demanding where to know where the fat hippo is. He's
He's dead
just
now.
not here.
Gone to a better place.
He's probably gone.
Your
off
hippo
and
is on
offed-
another island.
He's offed himself or something. It's so fucking just depressed. It's like everyone else is welcome. I wasn't welcome. This is bullshit. Alright, sorry. Continue though.
And my last game was Rayman
Oh, shit.
Legends.
Nice.
I was
Oh,
going
that's
for
right.
the
We were talking about it previously. So have
Yeah.
you now done
I have.
Black Betty?
I have. I've
Oh,
played
how
like,
good's Black
I've
Betty?
replayed the level that many times because it's that good. It's just, it's fantastic. That's all I got to say about it. It's just, because I didn't
But
realise
now
till
we've all
it
got it
was
in our
like,
head,
oh,
and I
here
can
we
see
go.
the jumps in my head.
Like, blah, 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 blah.
That was the best 10 seconds of podcasting that you'll ever hear, listeners and
If we
viewers.
get copyright for that, we're on a win.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll actually take the copyright for that.
I will accept that copyright strike.
I'll insert it in the background just so that it seems legit and makes us feel better about ourselves. But you're loving it so far? How far have you gone with it?
Oh, just got up to the Black Betty part. I thought, I'm done. No, I'll play more of it later. But
It's a lot of fun.
I got some fishing to do first. Then I'll go
That's it.
back.
But I don't even know, in
Dude.
Red Dead or in Animal Crossing?
Oh, who knows? I need
Maybe
to get
both.
more fish for that stupid bloody owl too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Blathers, that douchebag.
blathers. Go outside for once, blathers.
I've not once listened to hey, do you want me to tell you about this thing that
I
this bug
do.
or that?
I do. I just go, yeah, sure, dude. I just completely skip
Beep,
it all.
beep, beep, beep.
Don't care. Cool. Good story. Great.
I just mash no and get out of there. I don't want to hear
I
your
still
shit.
want what Damo said about the restarting the thing, and
Setting.
he gets angry. Me just saying no to him all the time. He just turns up and go, come on. Just listen to him once.
I'll have to do some research to see if Rossetti's in the game somehow, but I haven't heard of anything yet.
Who knows?
So that's all your games then, right?
Yes.
I guess on to me. Final Fantasy VII and Animal Crossing we've already discussed, so I won't dive into those. Those have been 2 of the 3 games I've probably played most over the course of the last month, so it kind of makes things a little bit easier. To breeze through some other quick ones, AFL Evolution 2, the less said about that the better, because it's a steaming turd. Reviews on the website though, so go check it out. Just because I enjoy the franchise, I've been playing Ratchet & Clank on the Vita, the original game. Just chipping away at that, just slowly when I get a moment. I'll just kind of pop 20 minutes, half an hour or something in, suspend the game and piss off, like whatever. Damo, here's one for you. I have started and made it beyond the introduction to Pokemon Sword.
Oh shit!
I've started. At long last, I've started. So
1 year later.
yeah, no, cue the SpongeBob thing here. So hopefully by the time that DLC comes out in June, is it June? When the DLC comes out, I'll smash through that anyway.
I don't know. It's due when the Olympics are out.
2021. Woo! Next year.
And so the only one that I really need to talk about in any sort of depth is one that if you are a consumer of all things Player 2, then you will notice my review on the website right now. Gears Tactics. Gears of War Tactics, I guess, whatever you want to kind of call it. These days they seem to have cut the of war part from their titles, so just Gears Tactics, Gears 5, etc. You get what I'm talking about. Like an XCOM style strategy game.
Batista.
Yes. So they've kind of completely done away with the third-person shooting thing for this. It is kind of a prequel set before the first game.
Judgment? Is it around Judgment time?
I can't remember exactly where Judgment fit in the timeline. Was Judgment before number 1?
Judgment was before 1.
So okay. So is this, but I can't remember where it sits directly in relation. But the stories don't really cross over. It's almost as though they kind of don't want Judgment to exist. Which I thought Judgment was okay. It's definitely not as good as all the others, but
Nah.
it's okay. And it's a bit of stupid fun. So I really enjoy it. The reviews on the website now, you'll see that I gave it a B+. It's held back. Yeah, B+. It's been held back by a couple things. Some of the mission types are pretty similar. Like you'll get chased by Nemesis like 15 times and get sick of that. It's one of those ones where like you get placed at your starting point, you got to collect a few different kind of drops on the way and then escape. But
yeah.
the Nemesis, and if you remember, they're those big flying things. They kind of just drop down almost like torpedoes being shot from or rockets being shot from the sky at you. You've got to stay in front of this little red line that indicates anything beyond this point, and you're going to get taken out. So you kind of got to make sure that you're creeping up the arena or the battlefield whilst collecting whatever you need to collect or killing all the locusts that you can encounter along the way. You'll deal with that a lot. Then there's protect this area or rescue these civilians that have been tossed into things. Like you do a lot of those same missions over and over.
Yeah.
Set that aside, and the gameplay is awesome. Like it does little things to kind of set itself away from the XCOM games, which when people think of kind of turn-based strategy or turn-based kind of tactics games these days, they think of XCOM mostly. Fire Emblem doesn't quite fit in that bracket. Otherwise, they would think about Fire Emblem. And I mean, like in XCOM, you usually have like 2-3 turns, and that's kind of it. With this, if you can wriggle your skill points the right way, you could end up giving yourself 4, 5, 6 turns and really just kind of mow down the enemy. So there's a fair bit of strategy to it that if you're careful and if you play smart, you can smash your way through, because they definitely throw a lot more enemies at you in Gears Tactics.
Yeah,
that's just the little dudes, the tickers or whatever. They'll come they'll come crawling at you or whatever, and can cause you some headaches. So just play smart, take your time, don't rush it, and put those skill points in the right places. But the games look gorgeous, and it's this really weird thing that despite the fact that it's a prequel to the first game, it also kind of connects to Gears 4 as well. I won't explain why to kind of spoil anything for listeners.
That makes no sense.
It's just kind of how the stories of these I mean, we understand when Gears 4 set. It's obviously well after the fact, but it's more focused on people that weren't part of Jacinto and all that. Remember Jacinto being the big main city. It's kind of a prequel to the main story that has Marcus and Dom and Cole and Baird and all that. But then the direction that some characters go...
Carmine? Is Carmine
kind of... No, there's no Carmine.
What?
that I
Nah, it's not a Gears of War game.
maybe
Man. You can't- Sorry.
maybe but if there was there
No-
I
there's
didn't
no
see
Carmine.
they did I definitely didn't hear the surname Carmine offered at all.
Unbelievable.
But depending, like based on where the story kind of goes, you can see how some characters kind of end up connecting to Gears 4 and that kind of storyline as well. But what I'm kind of interested to know is how, like, what happened. There's this still big time gap at the end of Gears Tactics and before Gears 4. I'd like to see more stories of where that goes. So we'll see what happens anyway. Go check out the review on the website. I've rambled about that game enough. What are we going to be playing over the course of the next month or so, gentlemen?
More
More of the
Witcher.
same, or you finally going to finish it and then move on to the DLC?
Yeah, I think I'll finish it, and I'll probably hit the DLC, see how that goes. It feels really weird. To kind of not finish something, just because the DLC, I don't know, doesn't feel like it would be inorganic. Like it feels like it'll just kind of flow into it. Like,
Yep.
So that's always a nice feeling. Then I will probably play Link's Awakening if that comes in, or if I purchase that.
Fair.
And I maybe do my Golden Deers run of
Fire Emblem. There you go. Your monthly Fire Emblem reference, or weekly actually, probably Fire Emblem reference. Matto, what about you?
I'll probably get back into playing Doom Eternal.
Did you actually finish it? I can't remember.
I'm still playing. I haven't finished it yet. I reckon I'm close to finishing it. I reckon. I
That's
could
a
be
good start.
wrong.
40
What else?
hours more.
It's deceptively long. It's way longer than you think.
I'm in hell. I'm in hell somewhere. I'll go with that.
For the 19th time. I'm back to hell.
I'm back here again. I'll try and play some shitty Witcher. I'll
Oh,
try
really? You're
and
gonna
enjoy
stick
it.
with it?
I'll try and enjoy it if I can. Don't know if that's possible. Is there any fishing in that?
Yes.
Yes, I think.
Oh, there's fishing? I'm going fishing then. And what's the other one? I'll play some more Animal Crossing and sell some turnips and Astral Chains because I'm pretty sure I'm close to finishing that because
Oh,
I got to
nice.
that point where it says, you know, that point where you go, oh, I must be close to finishing, where it says, are you sure you want to go any further? Because this may take a while.
Oh, that close to the end.
Damn.
Okay, yeah, that's usually pretty
That's
good sign.
usually-
I
that's
assume,
usually,
Damo,
yeah.
you've hit that for the Witcher
It's
now,
usually
right?
an indicator.
Have you hit that for the Witcher, Damo?
Yeah, that's when you you get to the Misty Islands.
Yeah,
It's like,
it gives you a,
it's like,
in your little boat.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dinghy.
It's like, are you sure? And you're like, yeah, you're safe. And it's like, are you sure? And then it just loads. You're like, what if I wasn't
Wait, no, I'm not ready.
Sure. Like maybe
I do like that games give you that little cue. It kind of breaks the immersion in some ways, but it's still a video game and you still want to be ticking all the things you want to tick. So I kind of like that they give you that little bit of
No,
warning.
it's always nice to be able to save before it all goes to
Shit.
hell. Like where you're just like, oh, I didn't do this and I didn't do this and I didn't do this. Damn.
Yeah. No, that works. For me, I have no idea really. We're kind of in this weird sort of quiet spot now. I'll continue with Pokemon. I'll try and finish off Final Fantasy VII because I'm still only halfway through that because other things came on the plate to review and stuff. I've got one thing that I'm embargoed about I can't talk about, but whatever. I'll continue to plug away with that and then get a review. You'll see it on the Player 2 website in a few
Is it
Bubble
weeks.
Babes
Big
3D.
bass hunter.
Big Bass Hunter, yeah, that's the one. But otherwise, no, I think it might be, we were talking about backlogs and going through some of the old games. That might be on my list. I'll also play Trials of Mana because they put that on the PS4 and the Switch in the last week. And
Trials of Man.
so the game that came immediately after Secret of Mana, but never
No
actually
longer a secret.
yeah, not a
It's a
secret,
trial.
but it never actually released outside of Japan. Without
Japan.
obviously there was fan translations and ROMs and all that sort of thing that made it work, but it was never officially released until last year. They put a collection on the Switch that had the original game Secret of Mana and then Trials,
Oh,
which
cool.
actually got then called Trials because up until that point it didn't even have a Western name. And then at the same time as announcing that, they then announced, hey, but we're also going to remake this game that you've never played before that we're releasing today, and you can play that remake in 9 months. Like it was a weird sort of series of events that led to that. But I'm keen to
Yeah,
give it a crack. So yeah, that's kind of my to-do list for the course of the next few months. Definitely not play AFL Evolution.
And more Pokemon.
More Pokemon. Definitely play more Pokemon.
More Red Dead.
I can't afford to stop Pokemon at this point. If I stop, that's it. I'll be done. So I've got to just put a little bit of time in each day, or at least every couple of days, just to make sure that I don't lose momentum. Because if I do that, maybe I won't come back for that DLC when the time comes.
Don't fuck it up.
I won't fuck it up. But I haven't got any gym badges yet. That's how far along I am so far.
Get Garbodor.
Can you get Garbodor?
Pretty
in
good,
this?
actually. Yeah.
What
Yes.
about Bidoof?
I can't wait to report in a month that I've got a Garbodor.
Fuck you, Matt.
Oh, there's no Bidoof in there.
Too powerful.
He's
Can't
a
put OP
he's a game breaker.
Pokemon. Can't put OP Pokemon in there.
See, I don't know. Like we've had this conversation before. I haven't played a Pokemon game except for Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal. What's the other one?
Ruby and
X,
Sapphire.
Y, Black and White. Okay, so they're the only ones I've played.
And I think you played Ruby and Sapphire too. It was
Ruby and Sapphire, yeah, but I'm dead.
So it was Diamond and Pearl that you missed, and that was it.
Yeah, and the Grass Leaf and the Firestone one. The ones in the dungeon. I did play Pokemon Snap.
Forget the mystery dungeons.
Pokemon Snap?
I mean, not.
They're gonna bring it back.
No, actually, that's essential gaming. Yeah, play Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Stadium. 1 and 2.
Yeah, gems.
It's Eakins.
All right.
Oh,
On,
Eakins.
on that note, I'm going to wrap things up there. Thanks again, boys. If you've enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down below, and hit that notification bell. That way, you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes more of Patched, the Insider Player 2 plays like Game Review, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. I probably need to stop plugging the Insider because I haven't done one in close to 2 months now, and it may or may not be dead, just like my chance of finishing Pokemon if I don't get back to it the next night or two.
We would have a ceremony. We would have a ceremony for it, but
We can't have mass gatherings, and far too many people would want to come and attend the Viking funeral that show might get.
It might win an award though.
No, that's Dev
not
Diary.
like Dev Diary. No,
Like
that's
Dev Diary, the award-winning one.
the award-winning Dev
So while
Diary.
we're at it,
Oh wait,
visit the website,
wait.
player2.net.au for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast, the award-winning Dev Diary, this, and the Player 2 Pixelcast, which I'm off to go record in about 40 minutes after doing this. You can check it out on Thursday.
Can we talk about the T-shirts?
We can talk about the t-shirts, so that's been put on social media now, has it? Player 2 is now selling merchandise. That's what I need. There's a Dev Diary shirt there. There's a Player 2 one
I'm
because
buying
people
2
have been asking
kilos
for it.
for Dev Diary.
I want someone to
Go
buy.
right there.
I want someone to buy. I don't know if you saw it, and we've all had a little bit of a laugh at it since.
Is it the bed sheets?
Well, the bed sheets one's interesting, but with the Player 2 logo, so that just the stock standard.
Is that the
fairly
whole
circular
T-shirt?
one.
The whole
there's,
T-shirt.
There's a shower curtain.
What?
There's a shower curtain with the giant Player 2 logo on it. It's hilarious. This is all through Redbubble. I'm sure Damo, you're chuckling to yourself. I assume you're familiar with Redbubble. Like
Maybe they'll
seem
have
to
a
just
Rashi
stick their
there.
logos on absolutely everything. Maybe they'll have a Rashi, yeah. There's a little throwback to an off-camera thing. For you, did Damo mute himself to stifle it? Little mute symbols in the final video too.
But then there's the other T-shirt as well, where the whole logo is stretched over the entire T-shirt.
Yeah.
And
There's
there
some
are
really interesting ones.
some interesting ones, like the bed sheets just threw me off. I'm like, what?
Damo, put your audio on.
No.
He can't.
He'll
Listeners,
blow us.
Damo's muted himself because he's in hysterics right now. If you want to see, because you can't hear how he's going right now, just
About
watch the
is
video.
this about shower curtains? Oh,
I thought
I don't know. Which bit are you laughing at now? The Rashi, the
shower
the shower
curtains?
curtain, the bed sheet?
just the
bed
I could
cover?
just imagine like the tiniest P2 just pixelated, stretched out across the entire top, and then like some fella like my size wearing it to PAX and be like, "Hey guys!" and he's got like that like little bit of belly sticking out from underneath. It's
there's-
like, oh.
There's some good shirts in there and other bits and pieces, but that one particular design where it kind of gets stretched across the whole thing, don't know how well that's going to work.
It's gonna go great.
Please prove me wrong. Buy it and make it look good. I'm sure one of you out there will. As well as buy it. Like, we're ready to celebrate if someone buys a shower curtain. Like, seriously.
You'll be our #1 fan if you buy that shower
huge.
curtain.
Yeah.
Oh, big Kong, long dong schlong. Like, while you're being an awesome patron, can you also buy a shower curtain? If your shower requires shower curtains. Anyway, there is Patreon. Patreon.com/player2au. Kick in a few bucks. Lower tiers, early access. Higher tiers, episode exclusives. And Twitter, Damo. Where
Tacos
can you be
talks.
found? Matto.
Matto_Phil.
Paul James Games for me. The website is player2au. And until
Oh, you
next
can even
time.
get a picture frame.
Yeah, there's some really interesting. You can even get it on a clock.
Oh, there's the shower curtain there. Yep. A giant mug. What
There's
else?
some of them that totally work, but there's others like that. I'm like, wow, Redbubble really does just stick the logo on anything and everything.
Yep. You can get it as a scarf. Player 2 scarf, socks,
So,
handbags.
anyway, go check all that out and buy some of it. You'll be helping the Player 2 team out immensely and giving us a laugh if you buy a shower curtain. Thanks a lot for watching. Go play some games. We'll see you later.